On his 10th day, the stars finally aligned. Faithful and undeniably strong-willed to realize his visions for the command. And on this special occasion, let us take a look back at the notable accomplishments and engagements of Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Manalo Abu during his first 10 days as the 29th Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard. It was on February 28 when President Rodrigo Roa Duterte appointed the then Vice Admiral Artemio Manalo Abu on the highest throne at the PCG. According to Acting Presidential Spokesperson and Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles, President Duterte is confident that Coast Guard Vice Admiral Abu will steer the PCG to greater heights in the performance of its mandate. On the first day of March, he assumed office as the 29th Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard.
Being the Commandant of the Coast Guard, I cannot do the job alone.
A day after his assumption, he immediately gathered all the heads of major PCG commands and units for the first quarter command conference. Vice Admiral Abu projected various salient points and emphasized the importance of exceptional leadership among PCG personnel, expressed his firm resolve and commitment to establish the culture of the Coast Guard, one that embodies discipline, respect, trust, competence, leadership by example, and good human relations towards the provision of valuable public service. Together with the Secretary of the Department of Transportation, Attorney Arthur P. Tugade, Department of National Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, and other concerned government officials, Coast Guard Vice Admiral Abu attended a meeting on the acquisition of a multi-role and maritime patrol aircraft for the PCG. The said asset will further enhance the response capabilities of the PCG, particularly during maritime incidents, natural disasters, and calamities. It will also allow the Coast Guard Aviation Force to conduct wide and sustained patrol coverages within the country's maritime domain. Department of Transportation Secretary Art Tugade commended the continuing quest for excellence of the Philippine Coast Guard, which is now under the leadership of Coast Guard Vice Admiral Artemio M. Abu. In a meeting on March 4 with Coast Guard officials and personnel at the PCG headquarters, Secretary Tugade pointed out the importance of PCG's mandate of serving the country. The Commandant, on the other hand, urged every Coast Guardians to re-energize the PCG by bringing dignity and honor to the organization. With the intention to take the Philippine Coast Guard to a higher level, PCG Commandant, Coast Guard Vice Admiral Artemio M. Abu urges Coast Guardians to always remember that the PCG radiates one that is responsible, accountable, disciplined, inspiring, abled, teamwork, excellent, and a servant leader. On the first Monday under his watch, Coast Guard Vice Admiral Artemio M. Abu led the flag-raising ceremony at the national headquarters on March 7. In his speech, Coast Guard Vice Admiral Artemio Abu reiterated his intention to bring the Coast Guard organization to a higher level of success in delivering public service. He also sought the full support of the men and women of the PCG towards the accomplishment of all plans, programs, and activities for the betterment of the Coast Guard as a humanitarian armed service. He has been wanting to strengthen the sense of nationalism and patriotism among all Coast Guard personnel. Thus, the said activity was strongly supported by all Coast Guard units all over the country. On March 8, Vice Admiral Abu welcomed the French Armed Forces in French Polynesia Commander, Rear Admiral Jean-Mathieu Rey, and Ambassador to the French Republic of the Philippines in the person of Michel Bocos at the national headquarters. During the meeting, the said officials discussed about the new assets of the PCG, as well as the cooperative programs and shared priorities of France and the Philippines. Also, at the height of the pressing issue of territorial dispute, Vice Admiral Abu grabbed the opportunity to meet the common ground between the China and the Philippines after the call of Chinese Acting Defense and Armed Forces Attaché, Lieutenant Commander Du Sudong. He emphasized the importance of communication and engagement for building mutual trust and understanding, especially to its neighboring countries like the China. Admiral Abu strongly upholds the culture of respect among PCG personnel, purposely to bolster good human relations within the command, alongside its local and foreign counterparts. Thus, sharing the meeting point with its ally is the Commandant's way of espousing a good spirit of neighborhood. Vice Admiral Abu welcomed the National Director of the PCG Auxiliary Vice Admiral Manuel Luis P. Idquival at the national headquarters on March 9. During the meeting, the two officials discussed about institutionalizing the PCGA and further strengthening cooperation between the PCG and its civilian volunteer arm. Coast Guard Vice Admiral Abu emphasized the common denominators of the PCG and the PCGA, the understanding, value, and dignity given to the uniform they are wearing, as well as the realization that the ranks on their shoulders come with responsibilities that they have to accomplish with excellence and respect to the organization. The PCG Commandant also presided a number of turnover ceremonies of the first few Coast Guard units and commands. Vice Admiral Abu said that the change in the leadership of various units will give an opportunity to every Coast Guard officer to exercise the leadership towards bringing the PCG to greater heights. On the 10th day of his watch, the fourth star has finally dawned upon his shoulders. Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Manalo Abu is now ready to further establish the identity and culture of the Coast Guard. The culture of respect, culture of discipline, culture of trust, teamwork, and selfless public service. Among his first agenda is to define the core values of the Coast Guard and promote good human relations among fellow Coast Guardians.
Behind the glitters of these stars on my shoulder, or this secretary, resides that authority and the responsibility that comes with it.
And in line with the celebration of the National Women's Month, the Commandant made his first engagement as an admiral with the PCG female officers and personnel. He expressed his respect to one of the command's great forces, who may be few in number, but are instrumental in various noble accomplishments of the command. Congratulations on your well-deserved promotion, Coast Guard Admiral Artemio Manalo Abu. We are witnesses of how destiny works for someone who deserves nothing but excellence and pride.